And that's not the way that endurance athletes train.
Yeah.
So there's a balance for the regular class with that, because I think that the real magic in CrossFit is that it's fun. That is what the real drug of CrossFit is that it's a bunch of people doing the same thing that you're doing. It's a good training program that checks all the GPP, general physical preparedness boxes, and it's just really fun to participate in. So you can't lose that in the classes. You can't just give EMOMs and row repeats and, you know, unilateral strength training. We layer all that in as best we can, but no one's going to show up if 7 days a week it's dumbbell split squats and 500-meter row repeats and, you know, handstand holds and base level gymnastic training. That's what the sport athletes need, the people that want to be competitive in the sport. But you just try and mix all that stuff in to the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the thing that you've talked about a couple times is the fact that there is like a good level of competition there, which like I kind of miss, because like I'm not in the military anymore. I was in it for 10 years, and I go to the gym on my own, and I do a variety of things, but I got into the tactical games because of the competition aspect. I was like, I need some competition. Like I like competition. I was a D2 athlete. I was in the Army. I just like it. And so having it be fun and diverse, but then he was explaining, oh, there's like people on the board and on the wall, and it gives you something to work on, even if you're just there for fun. So you can kind of have fun, or you can kind of be like, okay, there's goals that you can do. And I think some people kind of tip over from that into like, this is fun, and how I like want to get like even like a little more into it, you know?
Yeah, I use the term leverage point a lot. I think the gamification of it is the leverage point, where people want to get good, they want to do better, and then if you can sort of connect with them and say, well, this is actually how you get better. You know, you have to do at least some boring stuff, and then also help them to understand how that fits into their life. You know, some stuff you want to have a 300-pound clean and jerk and a 250 snatch, like you're probably going to need some specialized training. You're going to have some lifestyle stuff if you're doing CrossFit on top of that. So just managing expectations as well within the regular class is part of it. But yeah, I think that the gamification is the fun thing. That is the thing that keeps everybody coming back to it.
Yeah. So you came in more endurance based, you think, because like you were doing good lifts, and like, I mean, we've been friends for years now, but like you were lifting a lot for a while. It might not be at the capacity that you were at in, in the last 2 years from the time I met you, but I wouldn't have thought that you were unqualified in the lifting aspect necessarily, even though you've done soccer, and that requires a lot of more running. And
right. I think like it's I don't know. It's a relative thing, and I think you can fall into the trap of like comparing, especially when you're watching games documentaries. I
was just about to say,
that's true.
Documentaries, and like, oh man, I need to clean and jerk 350.
100%.
It's like
100%. And I think because there is a time where you've got to be like, I'm not training for the games. Like, and I've never really classified myself as doing that, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, I would love to just head in that direction. Yeah. See how good I can get. That's all I really care about.
Yeah.
And with my background as a Division I athlete, I'm like, I feel like I'm at a better starting point than other people are to potentially do that. But I'm also now 28.